Hey Tana, so this is going to be a video for you from your guardian angels. What I'm hearing right now is an argument. I'm hearing an argument, and I hear you telling someone, I want to say it's a male, but I'm not entirely sure, and it's a male, and you're, oh, I'm sorry, I said it's a male again. I don't know if it's a male or not. And you're saying, just explain it to me. Just explain it to me. And I don't understand. And then they try and tell you something, and you're talking very fast. And then they're talking, and then you're just, you want to know. You're not getting the answers that you're looking for from them. You don't understand why something happened or was said, something. It's just, that's what I'm hearing. Just explain it to me. I just want to understand. Just tell me. Just tell me why. Tell me why. But like that, that's what I'm hearing. I just don't understand. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do that to me? You feel betrayed. You feel betrayed. And even with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, I had so much to offer you, and why is there a decision that needs to be made? I don't understand. Why can't we just be happy? I just want to be happy. I just want to be loved. I just want to love you. I just want to care for you. I'm afraid to let you go. I'm afraid for things to change. Why are you leaving me? Why did you betray me? Why did you hurt me? I thought everything was fine. It's almost like, it's like I did so much, or I was so laid back, or I didn't care, or I just went with everything, and yeah, I was hurt about it, but then you just continue to hurt me even more. It's kind of the feeling, something going on here. There's some sort of, again, it's whatever's happening. It's like you don't want to let go either of the past. You don't want to let go of something because you had such high hopes and you thought you were doing everything right. So why isn't it working out if you're doing everything right? Why is it still not enough? Why did they still do this? It doesn't make sense. And even with spiritual understanding, it's like, the same thing. I don't understand. Why do I have to let this go? Why is it me that's suffering from this? Why did this happen to me? Why did you choose to hurt me? Clear your space. And it's almost as if saying to leave. To leave this situation, to clear yourself, clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear your energy from this person, from these situations, even though you're afraid to let it go, even if you're afraid to move on, even if you're afraid to just, you don't have to be this person that stays there in spite, like you weren't happy to begin with. You thought that that would be the right thing to do. You thought that being okay with the things that you were okay with was a easy sacrifice because you loved that person, you cared about that person, when in reality you were sacrificing yourself, and there shouldn't be any of that. In reality, there should not be. It should be because you have to worry about yourself first, I guess is what I'm saying. You can't be codependent on the other person. I feel there was some sort of codependency here. There was this sacrificing because I love you, when in reality it's, how do I say this? In reality it's, I'm doing this for me, and it has nothing to do with making a sacrifice for the relationship. It's not, has anything to do with that. It's because it's something that I value for myself. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, so I kind of want to just not say anything. we'll just go with this and just pray to your guardian angels. Ask them for an understanding, ask them for assistance, ask them for some clarity and peace of mind and the strength to get through this and to move forward. And, you know, if there's this need, this calling within you to run away or like move forward or move on, then to have the strength and that inspiration to do that. I feel this sensation. I've been trying to ignore it. It's my ears are like on fire. They're like hurting, and even the left side of my head behind my ear hurts. So I don't know if there's a lot of screaming, or they like held you down, were like screaming in your ear, or you're listening to loud music. I feel like it's the other person though, or you were physically hit like on your head or by your ears. It feels volatile irregardless of what happened. Yeah, it's healing your inner child, romantic partner, and happily ever after. Okay, I don't know if I'm... God, I hope I can say this in the right way. Okay, so here's the thing from your guardian angels that they're saying is visualize what it is that you truly want for yourself in a romantic partner. What is your happily ever after for you? What is that? And get to work on healing yourself, healing your inner child. And I guess I have to just go back to what I was trying to say about the relationship back here, essentially doing things for your own benefit. And basically, like, yeah, I don't want to make like these sweeping claims because every relationship's different. Certain things work for certain people. But I'm speaking specifically for you, that you sacrifice parts of you, things that you normally wouldn't be okay with. To some degree, on some scale, you would not be okay with that. It's just that you cared so much for this person that you thought that is your way of showing your love to them. Of saying, I'm not 100% okay with it, but I'm okay with it because I love you. And I feel for you specifically that shows a sense of codependency on the other person because you're not entirely being true to yourself, even though you feel like you are, because it doesn't feel quite like a sacrifice. It was a sacrifice. I feel like you should, again, decide what is it that I truly want, and that would show you that the sacrifices that you made weren't in alignment with what you truly wanted. And by doing that, then that cuts out all the unnecessary things that you've been doing or not doing in order to have that happily ever after. So it created a dysfunction. It created things that aren't really in alignment with what you truly feel. I hope that makes more sense when I explain it that way. But it does come back to the center of your inner child and this inner turmoil where you have this desire to people please. You have a desire to be everything to everyone. And it's almost as if you're self-sacrificing because you feel like, okay, well, I can handle this. I can handle that in a relationship. You know, it's like, let's just say this was, for example, like you saying like, I'm okay with you flirting with other people or whatever, as long as you're just honest with me. And then they went and cheated on you. This is just an example. And so you're saying, well, why would you do that when I told you, like, I did everything for you, and I told you, like, you just have to be honest with me, and you weren't, you know? And so then you just deal with it because you're so used to self-soothing. You're so used to handling things by yourself and being strong enough to deal with it, like dealing with more than the average person would deal with. And so you just continue that cycle. When it comes back to, like, when you heal your inner child, it's putting up boundaries where you don't want it to be crossed. Even if you could handle it, doesn't mean that you should. It doesn't mean that that should happen. You shouldn't put unnecessary stress on yourself for another person. You know, the relationship should be, if anything, a stress of just like loving each other, you know, and like being really good to each other and doing things that are going to make the other person feel safe and secure in a relationship, not feel like they have to keep sacrificing things or changing things about themselves, even if they're fine with it. That was air quotes as I repeated myself. I lost my train of thought. I think you fight off these fears. You fight off, you know, the turmoil and the pain of your childhood. Something happened, you know, when you were a kid. I don't know what. I'm just seeing a lot of sacrificing who you are and feeling like you're not enough, or feeling like you're not getting enough attention, or feeling like you have to do things by yourself. Maybe you grew up at a young age because you weren't parented by your parents. So, you know, if you felt sad or you felt angry or anything, you felt even in school you needed guidance, you discovered early on that you had to guide yourself. That if you were sad, then you would have to make sure that you made yourself happy again. And you're so used to that you allow that to happen in your relationships. And so that allows people who aren't good for you in a relationship. Like what I feel you need is someone who genuinely loves you for who you are, and who would say to you, like, if you wanted to sacrifice something about yourself, if you wanted to change something about yourself, and for them to be like, no, I want you to do that for you. Not you saying, I am doing it for myself because I want this relationship to work. It has to be strictly for you. And the person saying, like, because I love you now, I love you for who you are, I love you for how you are, and there's nothing wrong with you working on yourself and you continuing to better yourself and to improve on yourself, but that should not interfere with us, because I have your back no matter what. And I feel that is your happily ever after. That is something that you truly desire. And it's not being created right now with whoever you're with or whatever this is bringing up. I feel like it's going to take a lot of work on your end, but it empowers you. And that you will be growing in ways that you didn't imagine if you were to take this advice. Well, I guess I'll take it. Yeah, move in a new direction. Where can I love myself more? Dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. Exactly. Where are you sacrificing yourself? Ready, set, go. Same with kick up your heels. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desires. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. So it really is about, where are you underscoring yourself? Where are you settling? And truly, like, I feel like for you, like, again, you're so, this is what I get. I don't know how you grew up, but just an example is with abuse, okay? Abuse victims, they have a tendency to be able to handle more abuse or toxic situations than, again, the average person, because their tolerance is very high. It's set the bar very, very high. And so you don't really realize, as an abuse victim, you don't really realize fully all the time, I feel. Like, unless you're really, I don't know. Anyway, when you're in a situation that normally people should walk away from, and I mean, that's also how abuse starts anyway, is that trickle effect of like pushing the envelope and then retreating. So then you kind of calm down, then pushing it even further and then calming down. And I think there's this need for you, from your guardian angels, to really evaluate yourself, really be as introspective as possible, and really analyze your entire life, honestly, and analyze everything and evaluate what needs to change, what should change, and where do you see yourself in the future. Because that's going to clear it up. Even this positive energy, I don't really feel like you have to actively do that. It'll all make sense to you and everything will fall away. You'll know exactly where this positive energy comes from, what kind of positive people you have still around when you make a plan for yourself for the future. Then it'll be very clear, crystal clear for you. And don't underestimate yourself, don't undervalue yourself. You may be like a very cool person, you may be a very tolerant person, an open-minded person, but it has to be for the right person. And that right person, I guarantee, won't even get near your tolerance, won't even get near any of that. You will just be free to roam as who you are and how you feel and what you believe, with no sense of needing to feel pushed or having to sacrifice anything. That should never be a worry for you. I don't see any of that. It's like she's parallel with the mountains. It's like being parallel to your challenges. Instead of like going straight into it and having all of this turmoil. I don't see that for you. It's more of just finding who you are, truly finding who you are and what you desire, and this is going to be easy. It's going to be very easy for you. Yeah, I think you're playing small. I do. You're undervaluing yourself, majorly undervaluing yourself. And who deserves your time, and who deserves your energy, and who deserves everything that you have to offer. I feel like your guardian angels are saying, like, there's a big world out there for you to explore and for you to be free and roam and really meet the person or people that deserve you and deserve your time and energy. Don't let all these distractions get the best of you. Don't let all of this shine, you know, don't let them trick you into thinking that that's as great as it's gonna get, because it's not. There's a lot more fulfilling and nurturing people and relationships right around the corner. But it has to start with you, because that will take the veil, that will take the mask off of all these people. You will see things in a whole new perspective than what you're seeing now, what you're seeing currently. So that's my reading for you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.